Good morning, everybody. Today we are here with Baron, my new horse, and we talked about in the last couple of videos. And Bill's a little bit upset. So what I am going to do today is see about getting a harness fitted on him and a couple other things. I'm actually planning on putting him on the scales today, and we're actually going to have a contest. And there's going to be a prize involved. So what we're going to do is weigh him up, and I want people to guess his weight. So what we're going to do is whoever's closest to that weight will get a new Working Horses with Jim hat. If there's more than one that's at the exact same weight, we'll give more than one hats out. And so that would be kind of fun and exciting. I want to show you something even on Baron's butt. You can see a mark right across there that something happened out in the pasture. Not exactly sure what that is, but it's fine. As many people would say, it's a long ways from his heart. That's a terrible thing to say, but anyways. So let me take Baron out. We're going to have several new things today that we've never done before. I'm going to put him in the stalls between Bill and Buck, and I'll explain as I go what's going on. Right? So this morning I let Lady and Ken outside, and
oh, he's limping. It looked like he was limping.
No, I can't.
No, it just seemed like it for a minute.
Come here.
Maybe it was just coming out of the thing.
Come here.
Does he look like he's limping on his front foot?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. Come here. Here. Here.
Do it again.
So today I decided to put these three together like this. It puts him in a different situation than he's been in, and I know that when I let Bill out before in the other barnyard, it looked like they would have fought, of course, but this is the first time they've been this close together like this. Now Buck is perfectly fine with Baron, but it's going to take a little while for the other two to get used to each other. So I'm going to just let these guys get used to a little bit each other, and then I'm going to clean the barn. I have not ever cleaned the barn with Baron in one of these stalls, and so I'm curious to see how he reacts when the skid steer goes by. Get him up. Okay. Okay. As you can see in my stalls, I have it made so there's a big partition here so they can't get their heads together too much, and I have it sloped down here, so at times if the rope's a little short and they both come at the same time, they can actually touch noses right here, but generally they aren't able to touch noses. But it seems to me like they're not going to be that big of an issue. See, they're touching noses right there now, but just barely. But this is good. We'll let them get used to each other. There may be some front feet being thrown, but hopefully not too much, too bad. I would prefer their ropes just about 2 inches, 3 inches shorter, so they can't actually touch noses, but they can. But we have very, very little reaction. So I'm going to go get the skid steer now and clean the barns and see how he reacts to that.
nobody ever really gets used to the skid steer going through here. None of the horses really like it, but they tolerate it.
So how did he do?
He did great. He just moved a little bit, but it was really good.
That's good. That's really good.
Yep.
And like we had said earlier, this is a horse that just came off an Amish farm. So obviously he hasn't been around machinery like a skid steer at any time. So now we'll see if we can get him on the scales and weigh him up. Of course, this is his first time up on the scales. Come here. Come here. Hip. Got me just a handful of grain.
You know he likes his grain.
Here. There you go. Oh. It's amazing what green does. Oh. Oh. Give me that green, Brenda. Get leveled out and we'll call it good. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. Okay.
All right, careful. Careful. Come here. Oh, I would say he did really well with that. So that's good.
We both had our predictions too. I think Jim might have won between the two of us. Hey. Buck, why don't you move so he doesn't bite your butt? You know? You brother.
That's a good number. Okay.
It's like Buck could move over, but he's just like standing there.
That's all right. He's fine. Okay, so now we have Baron on the floor here. And like I had said in my earlier video, the Amish guy that I bought him from actually did drive him a little bit. I think he drove him 2 times maybe. I don't know. He didn't say for sure how many times he did drive him. I'm a little bit concerned he might have had a little bit of troubles with him too, and that's might be one reason why he sold him. The reason behind his thinking as far as selling this horse was the fact that he's got his younger boys do the driving in the field because he's busy in his shed building business, and so he did not feel comfortable with a stallion with his mares out in the field with his young boys. So that's the main reason why he sold, well, basically the only reason why he sold this horse. He had thought about castrating them, but with Suffolks as a breed that's really somewhat endangered, that is another reason why he just did not feel good about castrating them, and he's such a nice looking horse that he definitely wanted him to stay as a stud. So anyways, I'm looking at this neck and I'm trying to decide which collar to try, and I think I'm going to try Lady's collar on him and her harness because she has her shoes, hind shoes pulled off, thinking that maybe when she comes in heat we can get her bred. She is going to be used the least. She will be used the least of my horses, so I figure this is a good collar to use. So let's get the collar and see if he will accept the collar over his head. I have no idea what the Amish would have done, but let's see what we can find out. I would never be doing this with Buck right here, except for they've been together out to pasture for a good week now, I think. And so they get along really good. And Buck has always got along good with the young horses anyways. He's never lifted a foot to any horse I've ever had, nor to any person. So I'm not concerned about that too much, but it's still something you never know. A horse that's never done something can still do it. So anyways, let's put this collar on and see what it looks like, if you'll even let me. So I'm running the lead rope through, if I can. There we go. Okay. And let's see what happens. Okay. Attaboy. Attaboy. Oh my goodness. This is a 26-inch collar. And this is a just barely 3-year-old. And he has filling that just about perfect. By the time weight is pushed against that, that will go back tight on his neck, and there will be just the right amount of gap in the bottom where the tugs are going to go. That's just about at the right angle that I'm looking at for him to be pulling. Not that that really matters right now, because for the first 6 months, don't stand there, but for the first 6 months, he will not be pulling any amount of weight. So, anyways, that collar looks good on him. A lot of people would say it's too big, but not in my opinion. In my opinion, it's just about perfect. If he was a full-grown horse, by the time, and pulling hard, by the time this collar is pushed back hard against his shoulders, which it will be when he's pulling, it's just about right. I could get by with a little bit smaller collar, but I'm not going to, because I don't need to. Now, I do have a 25-inch collar here, I think. I'm not even sure, but it doesn't matter, because if I had a 25-inch collar, then since I'm using ladies harness also, I would have to adjust the hames for a different size collar. So what little I'm going to be using him in the next few months, this is going to work fine. I have said before, I got a brand new set of harnesses still up at Eli's. It's basically all done. I'm just waiting on hames, but they're back ordered. They've been back ordered for 3 months now, I think. And so as soon as I get them, then I will adjust these harnesses for him. But for right now, we're just dealing it with this way. Okay, let me get the harness and throw it on him, see how it fits him.
You look good.
Okay, here I come with the harness. Now I expect he'll be fine as first putting this on, because, like I said, he has been driven a little bit from the Amish that I got him from. So he let me put that on, no problem. And we'll throw it over his back. I'm still going slow and careful, but not a problem. I'll set the hames in place. And since this is the same collar that I used on Lady, I know that these hames will fit properly. So there's that. Now I'm not going to adjust this harness because I still need it for Lady, but I'm just really curious to see if it's the right size. Get up here, guy. Hey, Baron. Back up here. Back up here. He is being so good. Both of them are. So I'm going to pull this over his butt. I expect this is going to be a little bit too long and too big for him, but let's see how much. Okay, I'm pulling back on right here. And that's not too bad, although it's probably a little bit longer than it should be. Maybe one whole difference there. I drop this over his butt, and it's definitely long. See that? That should, even at this stage, it should be snug right up there. So that means these straps here will have to be shortened up a little bit. And, but that's not a problem. He really hasn't filled out like he will in the next few years. A horse like him will actually grow till they're 5 years old. So he has 2 more years to really fill out. I'm sure he'll get a little bit more height. I hope so. Yeah, this harness is definitely a little bit too big, but not too bad. This Might even need some more holes in this to shorten this up a little more. But you gotta be careful because if it's it's gotta be the right on both sides. This is pretty well where it should be, right there. So anyways, it's not gonna take much at all to do that. We are having rain, some more rain, and of course I really wanna get haying, and I can't. And even the next couple weeks, the forecast does not look that good. So who knows, you might be seeing me start driving him around the driveway single and see how he does. And to do that, I'd probably tighten this up just a touch. Although it's not that big of a deal to drive him around just the driveway, it's not bad. I am happy with all this and happy with the way he's reacting to all this. We've got a lot of work to do just the same to get him ready to be pulling big loads of logs. Hey, but it will come. He's trying to bite Buck, but he's very good and not actually doing it. Although I'm sure he will nibble some. Okay, so for the contest rules, here is the hat you will win. It's a summer mesh hat. So if you choose the exact weight of this horse, Barney, there's his hat. How's that? This is what you'll win. So the rules are very simple. You have 24 hours from the time this video starts to put in your vote, and you have to guess it exactly. And the first 5 people that guess it exactly will win a hat just like this. And it's got to be within the first 24 hours. So, good luck. We will tell you on our next video who the winner is. And you have a great rest of the day. I'm going to put Baron out in the barnyard now so he can get some exercise. Like I think I said earlier, Lady and Ken are outside right today because Bill and Buck are going to go to the woods this afternoon.